Hello guys, it's the Professional here. So this is the long-awaited video. This is the Smuggler's Run gunrunning money guide. This is the money guide that everybody's been looking forward to, and this is my best money guide that I have made so far, the most profitable out of all of them. Now let me get straight to the point, no bullshit right here. This guide is under the assumption that you are going to be playing between 6 to 7 hours. So if you plan on playing GTA for between 6 to 7 hours, this is how much money you are going to make around in one day. So let me get straight down to it. You are going to need 3 more teammates. So we're going to need a team of 4. So this is not a solo money guide. I'm going to tell you that straight up. You need 3 more people in order to help you with this strategy. So right here, a lot of people have asked me, what is the best hanger to buy? Well, I'm going to get right to it right here. The best hanger to buy is a Zancudo hanger. Doesn't matter which hanger. There's a hanger in Zancudo. Now, a lot of other YouTubers, they have told you all the time, get the LSIA hanger down here. No, the LSIA hanger is not a good one to get. A lot of the YouTubers, they'll tell you that the reason the LSIA is better is because there's no people there, so people aren't going to bother you. That's the only real advantage of the LSIA, is that people aren't going to be there. This location is shit. This location is crap. Sorry for my language. But this location is very bad right here. You are not, this location is bad for a few reasons. One, you don't have access to the military base, obviously. You don't have access to lasers. And when you are picking up crates, a lot of the crates are spawning like all the way out here. Like a lot of the crates, sometimes the crates will spawn out around here. They'll spawn up here a lot of times in Paleto Bay. And the crates are pretty similar in locations, and you're going to have to take them all the way down here. It's going to be such a hassle to have to take all the crates all the way down here. Chances are the crates don't spawn in the city a lot of times. They spawn in the countryside. If you get the Zancudo hanger, the drops are a lot closer to Zancudo. And not only that, but when you're making a sale, Zancudo is going to be your better option. Because for one, there's one sale mission where you take a skylift, and you have to take the skylift, and you have to drive all the way up here. You literally have to go all the way up here with the skylift and make the drop, and then they expect you to take it all the way back. So it's just a hassle. So the LSIA is going to is too long to take crates to, and it's going to make your drops longer. Get Zancudo, because Zancudo is right in the middle of the map on the left side. It's a lot closer to a lot of the drops. It's easier to sell from, easier to collect, to bring to. You have access to the military base, obviously, and you can take lasers out of the military base whenever you're taking jobs. The lasers are the military jets. So that's why Zancudo hanger is the best one. Now let's move on to the next part of the guide. Let's move on to actually making money here. Okay, so the first thing that you are going to want to do at the beginning of this guide is to own a bunker, and you don't need to own the bunker I do specifically. I like the Zancudo bunker because it's so close to my hangar, but I recommend Zancudo or Chumash. Either of the bunkers are good because they're on the highway. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to buy full supplies for the bunker, and this bunker is going to produce while you are doing hangar stuff, and it's going to increase your profit margin by a lot. Don't worry, you are going to more than double your earnings from this. So make sure you buy full supplies, put it on a stopwatch, and come back to this bunker exactly 2 hours and 20 minutes later. Additionally, Agent 14 will send you a text message. Now, let's get on to the hangar. Okay, so once you guys are at your hangar, you're going to want to source one of 3 crates. Either narcotics, medicals, or chemicals. It doesn't matter. They are all the same. Those are your best crates, and I'm going to explain why later in the video. But get these 3 crates and only source one type of crate. So if you choose narcotics, only source narcotics. If you choose chemicals, only chemicals. If you choose medical, only medical. Now, once you do a lot of these jobs, you don't even have to use the vehicles that Rockstar provides you with. You can, if the mission forces you to use vehicles, just destroy them like I am here. I destroyed the rogues, and then I don't have to deal with that, and I can just use the laser. And instead of using the rogues to just bomb the targets, I can just use the laser right here, and it just makes the mission so much easier. That my friends and me are in lasers, and we're just flying over here, and we're just bombing the targets. And this mission would take a few more minutes with the rogues, but it's actually going really quickly with the lasers. So you don't need the vehicles that Rockstar provides you in a lot of the missions. The only one I would say is the salvage one with the Tala. That's the only one where you might need the vehicle because you need to land on the water. But other than that, you don't need those vehicles. And what I wanted to say about Smuggler's Run, what's nice about this update is the vehicles that you get that carry cargo, you can actually blow them up and you can carry the cargo, but then 2 people need to carry the cargo versus 1 person that can drive. I recommend taking the helicopter each time because it's a helicopter, but if it's a truck, just blow it up. But just be careful not to destroy the crates. Okay, so I know what you guys are thinking. This sounds nice and all, but how do I convince my friends to help me collect these crates because they're not going to be getting money? Well, here's the answer. So right here, I delivered the crates, and what I'm going to do is, because I have a hangar, make sure you take advantage of the air vehicles, and I personally like using the Havoc on this because the Havoc is very useful with this job. So what you're going to want to do is make sure you're doing it as a SecuroServe CEO. Go to this job Sightseer right here, and you're just going to want to pick up the crates, and with the Havoc, it's really easy, very fast. I recommend just being slow and steady when you land the Havoc, as you guys see I'm doing right here, and just collect these crates really quick. There's a 7-minute cooldown right now on the narcotics, so you can't get narcotics either way. So there's 7 minutes of a cooldown right now. In between, just collect these crates, as I'm doing right now. And I recommend you get back in when you pick up the crate, so then you can start up the engine and you can start flying right away before you start the hack. So right now we're at 21,500. Pretty good, just for a few minutes of just flying around. And what you guys are going to do, go to VIP challenges and go to point down here. And when you go to point, mark a location that's close to you outside the red circle. I like to mark a location closer to Zancudo and just fly to it. Now this isn't going to give you a whole lot of more money, but this is going to give you like around 2,500 just basically for a few seconds of work. So once that timer gets down to 0, everybody, it's going to give you 10,500 to split it with your teammates. Okay, so here we got paid 10,500. Let's hit split cash of organization. We split the cash, made 2,500 right there just for a few seconds of work. Okay, now we're back in the hangar and we're sourcing narcotics again. Here we go. And you guys don't need to use the vehicles that they provide you with again. Just like here, I'm going to spawn my own vehicle. I'm going to spawn my own Howard. The vehicles that Rockstar gives you, they're slower than the standard vehicles for some reason. So make sure you guys never use these vehicles that Rockstar provides you. Always use your own custom vehicles or to steal the lasers from the military base. The military won't attack you during these source missions. You can't get a wanted level, so it works to your advantage. And you know, because I'm using my own plane for these missions, this mission is actually a lot easier as our other missions. As you guys see, I'm just flying under all these bridges here. So always make sure you just use your own custom vehicles or steal the lasers from the base. Don't use the vehicles that Rockstar provides you with. They're crap. Okay, so the nice thing about this update, like I said earlier, is that you can destroy these trucks carrying the cargo, and you can take them, but then you'll need 2 people. I just wanted to show in this video because I still see a ton of people trying to steal the trucks instead of destroying them. Okay, so once we deliver those crates to the warehouse, we just repeat the same step again. We go outside and we do a sightseer. So there's a 7-minute cooldown. We start up that sightseer. We do point, split it with our organization. Then we go back to the hangar, pick up crates, 7-minute cooldown again, sightseer, point, and then crates again. And just keep repeating and rinsing the step, and you will get your associates a ton of money because you're constantly doing a sightseer every few minutes. And with the point, they're getting an extra 2,500, so they're basically getting around like 25,000 every time you do this. And they're getting paid the periodic bonus each time, so it's going to go up to $10,000 every 15 minutes. And your associates are going to be getting this money. They will help you if people are getting a ton of money from this. But make sure you do this with friends, people that you do trust only. I wouldn't recommend doing this with randoms because a random could just destroy your crate if they feel like it. Don't do it with randoms. Do it only with friends you trust. Okay. So now we're back at the hangar right now, and we're gonna source narcotics again. So again, we're sourcing the top three right here: narcotics, chemical, or medical, and we're only sourcing one. So I'm choosing to source narcotics. Doesn't matter which one; just only source one of the type. In this mission right here, this is the only mission in the game that you can actually, the vehicle that Rockstar provides you with will help you. The Tulla will help you, but I own my own Tulla custom, so I'm going to be using that. But this is the only mission, the salvage one, where the Rockstar vehicle will come in handy. Other than that, you can always use the lasers. Okay, so here we're back at the bunker, and look, it produced $140,000 worth of guns. And you're just going to want to buy full supplies. This is after 2 hours and 20 minutes. Remember, Agent 14 texts you right when it's empty, so make sure you go there and you buy the full supplies. Additionally, you can use a stopwatch so you get an idea of when it's going to be full around. And you're going to want to buy full supplies a total of 3 times. So as you guys see here, there's another 2 hours and 20 minutes later, and now we're at 280,000. Buy full supplies again, and this is the last time we're going to want to buy full supplies, because if you're going from this guide for 6 to 7 hours, this is exactly how much it'll produce, and it'll fit the window that you need to fill up 2 hangars, because filling up a hangar each time, it'll take around 3 hours. So if you have 7 hours to play that day, this will work very well for you. Okay, so here we are selling the full 50 crate hangar in a decently populated lobby with 21 players in here. So we're going to be making a bonus of 8,500 per player. That's the 1% bonus. Plus we have an extra 140% that we're making, and that's from the calculations that I gotten from my friend here that I will show at the end. So I'm going to explain that. Right here we get $850,000, and these earnings are going to increase by a lot as long as you sell all 15 crates, and I should be getting a total of around 1,400,000 instead of 850,000. I'm going to explain that in the calculations. So right here we're delivering the plane right now, and let's take a look right now. So look, we got 936,000, and on top of that, we got an extra 500K bonus, counting the sightseer money. That's a total of 1,442,000. I'm gonna explain where all that extra money comes from right at the end of the calculations. Let's just sell the bunker right now, and let me show you guys how much more money you can stack with the bunker sale. Okay, so now we're in the bunker. It has passed around it has passed around 7 hours. So it's going to take 7 hours to reach 422,000. It takes 2 hours and 20 minutes each time to fill up a batch of full supplies. Okay, so right now, remember, now we're selling this in Los Santos, so we're selling it for 630,000 plus the 1% bonus. That's going to be an extra 1% per each player, which is going to be 6,300. So right here, we are all we finishing the sale. We're getting in here, and this money for some reason got deposited into my bank. Oh, random chasing us. We got away from him. We made all 15 drops right now. This wasn't a very populated lobby, but we still got a decent bonus from here. So look, $674,000. So add the 674,000 to the 1,442,000, and we made already $2,100,000 from those two activities doing that. And I did that in 1 day from that. And the extra money, I say, if you go to fill up your hangar again, you can easily fill up your hangar again. There's nothing that's stopping you. It only takes 3 hours. If you have a good team of people and you just keep doing a sightseer point to point, it'll take you around 3 hours. So if you got basically around 6 to 7 hours to play a day, and you can easily fill up the hangar 2 times, and you can fill up the bunker. So make sure to buy supplies. If you combine MC businesses, you can technically make more, but then it gets a little more complicated because you have to check on more. So I recommend just keeping it straight to hangar and bunker. Just keep those two in the loop, keep combining them, and you can make a lot of money from this. Now, right here, let me show you at the hangar. So right here, there's something wrong with Rockstar's computer because they're saying we made $1 million from that sale, but we made $1,400,000. So look, you can easily fill up your narcotics warehouse again, start stocking up. It'll take 3 hours to fill up, and you can easily make $3.5 million in a day. So what got me the most annoyed about this update was that Rockstar did not seem to explain exactly where that huge extra sum of money comes from. But Bundy Games here, one of my subscribers, I've asked people if they know where the extra money is coming from, if they could send me an explanation of where it comes from, and I have not seen any other major YouTuber discuss that extra money. They just say you get 70% for selling this, blah blah blah. They don't talk about the extra huge sum of money that you get. So we're going to talk about that right now, and let's read what Bundy Games has to say. The easiest way to test is to be in a session of only your organization. I'm always in a solo public session, so I never had rival organizations bonus. All sell bonus percentages have been double since day one of the Smuggler's update, from 5% up to 70%. It always pays double. I've done 10% and gotten 20%, 12% and gotten 24%. Your tobacco and alcohol sale is a perfect example. 500,000 and plus 100% equals 1 million. When you completed the delivery, it shows plus 731,250, but 981,250 was added to your wallet. Ron's cut was 18,750. So 1,018,750 equals 981,250, and 750K minus 18,750 equals 731,250. Ron's cut seems to be 2.5% of the 750,000 times 2.5% equals 18,750. The three higher sales, he's talking about narcotics, chemical, medicals, are paying 500,000 plus 140% equals 1.2 million. So if we sold that in an empty lobby, we would have got 1.2 million, but because of the 1% bonus, we got an extra 200K around there. So basically, what happens is, to sum it up from what I'm getting the gist of it, and if I'm wrong on this, please correct me, guys, but basically what happens is when you sell a lot of the crates, they're going to be valued at $500,000, and when you sell 50 crates of the same thing, of those top three, chemical, medical, narcotics, you are going to get 70%, so it's going to go up to 850,000.
And then what happens is you get an extra 70% on top of that 850,000. So add 350,000 to that, and that's going to be 1,200,000. And then you add up the 1% bonus that you get, and that adds up that extra 200K that we get. So I think this is the explanation. This is the most logical explanation that I've seen. If anything here is wrong, please correct it, guys. But this is the most logical explanation I've seen for the extra money, because I've asked time and time and time again. I've asked, does anybody know where that extra money comes from? Because when I first sold it, I was confused. It's like 936,000, and I get the 1,400,000. I'm like, where is all this extra money coming from? You know, I'm just thinking to myself, where's all this extra money coming from? So I don't know if this is a glitch. Personally, I don't know if this is a glitch, if this Rockstar did this intentional. I think this might be like a mix of both, because the computer calculates it wrongly. If you looked at it, it says we only made $1 million from that, when that's wrong. I've made probably 14 million from that, from Smuggler's run so far, but yet the computer's telling me I've only made $7 million. So something is wrong with Rockstar's calculations, but apparently it's going to be double. So if it sells for 50%, it's going to sell for 100. If it sells for 70%, it's going to sell for 140. But take into account, it's going to be based off that 500,000 original number. So that's what I've gotten from the gist of it. So make sure you guys sell the same crate: chemical, medical, narcotics. And you guys have asked me about the other crates. I'm sorry this guide took so long, but the reason that I took so long with this video is because I wanted to test every single crate, because on the top of the screen it said, you know, that you get the mission difficulty varies in the crate. It's a lie. The mission difficulty is not varying in the crate. I've done every single one of them, and the missions are the same across all crates. The only thing that's different is the pay and the cooldown time. The cooldown time on a lot of the other crates is shorter than 7 minutes, but the missions don't make any difference, and it's not worth it. So if you're going to be collecting, go medical, chemical, narcotics. Ignore everything else on there. Don't do anything else on there. And if you do choose one of the three, make sure you only do the same one. So if you choose medical, only do medical. If you choose narcotics, only do narcotics. If you choose chemical, only do chemical. And we add up that CEO work on top of it. So right there. And additionally, I would also like to add, there is, your stock value does not go up for destroying other people's stock. As I've said in the previous video, Ron calls you about that. Ignore that call. That's just bullshit. That's just Rockstar trolling you. The only thing I could see people getting money from is if you steal other people's crates, you can actually take them to your warehouse, but I wouldn't recommend doing that, because you're going to start a war zone with other players, and also it's a very rude thing to do, because I wouldn't want some other player doing that to me, so I'm not going to do that to other players. Now, let's move on to the calculations here, so I can explain very clearly what we make from this and how much you guys can make exactly from this. Okay, so right here we have the calculations. So again, guys, make sure you go hangar and you go narcotics, chemical, or medical. Get Zancudo. It'll take you, if you have a good team of people, it'll take you around 3 hours to fill up a hangar. So you can easily fill up 2 hangars in a day, in my opinion. So if you're going to be playing for between 6 to 7 hours, you got the day off, and you want to play GTA, this is a really good money guide for you. But remember, this is not a solo money guide. This is a money guide where you need a good team for. So your estimated earnings from those 2 bunker sales, we're going to make it more simple, because if I sold in a 30-player lobby, I would have got a lot more than the 1,400,000. So let's say we get 1,500,000 for each hangar. So basically $3 million you can get from 2 full hangars. You can easily sell 2 hangars in a day. And take into account that Ron takes a 2.5% cut from it. It's not much, but it's just 2.5% cut from what you get. And the bunker, you pay $225,000. So you're paying 75 grand each time, and you buy 3 full supplies. And that's going to take around 7 hours to fill up. Note that now it's going to take a little quicker because it's 25% boost this week, but for normal days, it would take 7 hours to produce. So it'll produce a total of $420,000 for guns, and you sell that for the 50% bonus. That'll get you $630,000. And then you add up the 1% bonus in a lobby, so you get $6,300 per player. That'll add up to, let's estimate it, around 700,000. So we could easily get a 70 grand bonus. We could even get more if we sell in a really big lobby. For CEO work, now remember the point-to-point and the sites here. So it takes about 13 pickups to fill up a hangar fully if you have a team of 4 people. And basically, if I'm going to count it as 24 times, so we're going to be doing point-to-point and sites here 24 times, and we're going to go off the estimate that we're getting around 24 grand, just as we got in the guide right here. So 24,000 times 24,000 is going to be 576,000. So this money is going to stack up over time if you keep doing the point-to-point and the sightseer with your friends. So that's going to be 576,000. So our total earnings would be 4,276,000, and then you subtract the 225,000, and you can get up to 4,051,000. So you can basically get $4 million a day for 7 hours of work. So again, this is not a solo money guide. This is a guide for teamwork. This is a guide if you have friends, if you have people that if you have people that you want to play with, people that want to help you, get a lot of money, this is a good way to do it. So if for 7 hours, this is what you can get. And additionally, I would like to point out that if you go AFK or somebody has to go AFK, you can always go into the camera in your bunker, and then you can just sit in there and you won't get kicked, and the bunker will produce. So I guess that's that for this guide, guys. I'm sorry this guide took so long. I wanted to test everything with this to make a perfect good money guide. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. I put a lot of effort into this, into all these calculations, figuring all this stuff out. And I'm sorry this guide was so long, that this guide was like around 20 minutes. I tried to shorten it as much as possible. I took out a lot of extra footage just to keep it short, but I had to do a lot of explaining, and I wanted to show you guys a lot of things. So I hope that has helped everyone. I hope this has helped everyone. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below, and I'll try to answer every single person that I can on this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope this money guide will help you guys make a lot of money. This is my best money guide so far that I've made, in my opinion, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.